So today we have Maryam, the founder of Buddy. Buddy is an incorporated entrepreneurship program service by Moon Creative Lab from Mitsui & Co. So today we will hear her experience as an entrepreneur and the difficulties of expanding and launching business in Japan. So Maryam, could you introduce about yourself, please?
Yes. So actually, Mitsui is the first company that I've been working with. I started my career in 2009 after graduation from university. I'm a mechanical engineer for my bachelor. And I started as mechanical engineer, coordinator, and also procurement engineer of a project, oil and gas project in Iran. It's the main industry in Iran. So that first career just took me to the procurement and supply chain, and I could learn more through that experience. And then I've been so lucky to work in a good company, working with great CEOs, directly owner of the businesses. And after that oil and gas, I moved to a banking card company manufacturer, and there I was a procurement manager. And then after a while, it's just life took me to a official car distributor, and I could work as a head of supply chain there. And it was very interesting and good experience. So that was actually kind of I can say the gate to the Mitsui because I don't know how familiar you are with the political situation in Iran, but in 2015 there was a JCPOA agreement between Iran and other countries. So most of the nuclear sanctions could be lifted, and in Iran we could have more businesses internationally. So Mitsui also decided to expand their businesses, and they were looking for other people to hire. And I got lucky that I was chosen by Mitsui, and I got a phone call by Mitsui without applying for a job.
Mhm.
So I'm so happy with that chance. And yes, so it's how it started with Mitsui. And because I was in automotive industry, Mitsui also wanted to expand business in automotive industry in Iran. We just got connected, and yeah, we felt we can work together. So since 2016, I'm with Mitsui. I started from Tehran with them and then moved to Japan in 2022.
So you were lucky and they were also lucky as well.
Yes, both of
Yeah.
us.
So how was it working with Mitsui in Iran first? Did you feel like any work cultural difference or anything?
Yes, actually. So I have been working in Iranian companies only before that, but because of the business that I had, my counterparts were always like foreign people, like from China, Australia, many European countries. So I was kind of really familiar with the culture of the work and business with the foreign companies or foreign culture. But when I moved to Mitsui, it was different. So the first difference was my role was changed to insider. So I was not like just for transaction or business party, but I was inside Mitsui. So I have to accept the culture, and I was more deep dive into the culture. So it was like it was very different, to be honest, because and also Japanese companies, conglomerates are a bit like they have really complicated structure, I can say. So it took a while for me, to be honest, to understand the whole organization, like the whole structure, and also the business strategies, because like I was thinking, what we are doing, are we trading, are we investment? It wasn't really clear because in Shogo Shosha is like we have trading investment. Sometimes they tie to each other, sometimes they're separated. So I think it took a while to understand the culture, to understand the business. Um, if I'm saying about 3 months, 4 months, I'm not lying.
Mhm. How did you overcome the differences?
Yes, so I can say I'm always lucky to find very good people. Get connected to really good people that they are helpful, they're good mentor for me, and so supportive. So I could have such general managers or deputy general managers, all Japanese in their own office, that they were so helpful. But also, I'm not that type that I'm shy also of asking. So I easily can say, sorry, I can't understand this. I don't know it. Can you explain to me more? So maybe that was easier. Or when there was conflict, so I'm not denying we had some conflicts because of the maybe cultural differences, or we were just new working to each other. And I was talking to them like, hey, I'm not happy with this situation. Can you explain to me? Or I can't understand this situation. So we always have had the conversation. So that's why I can tell you exactly maybe after 5 or 6 months, we could overcome most of the like differences or challenges that we have had
Mm,
there at
I
that point.
see. So I have another question. So you moved to Tokyo in May 2022, and what was the reason?
That's a good question. So, Japanese companies, Showa Shosha in Japan, they have this culture that they transfer their
Yep.
employees to other countries for a few years for better experiences and expanding their knowledge and network, everything. And even in local offices, I really didn't feel that much difference. Although like the business culture is a bit different, but still I didn't feel that much like we are really different. And this is something that I always have had in my mind that it will be good. But because of the maybe language barrier or because of the culture, it's been always like closer to go maybe to Europe, for example, for Iran. So maybe I've had that idea that I might be for a few years transferred to our Europe offices, or maybe somewhere in London, somewhere in Portugal, or somewhere in Germany, because of the mobility related businesses that we have had there. I could, because of many business trips here that I had, and because of good general managers and good supports that I had. They have my Japanese colleagues. They had discussion in headquarters, and then they decided to invite me to Tokyo so I can learn better much the culture in headquarters and how the business is running in headquarters, and then maybe I can use these experiences in other offices. So that's how it started, and then they offered, do you want to be relocated to headquarters? And I was like, yes. So that's a good experience. But before moving in 2022,
Mhm.
I had the opportunity to be in Japan, to be here in 2019 for 3 months. It
Mhm.
was a long business trip. So I think that was really good experience for me. And I then at that time I could understand, or I could learn I can live here and I can stay in Japan, and it's really good. So I love to be here. So yes, this is how it happened. So both of us wanted, but Mitsui offered me actively, and because I wanted, I accepted.
I see. So you were here in 2019 for a while, and then you thought, oh, this is the place you can live. And then, so
Yes.
after moving here, how did you actually feel? Like, did you feel the gap, or actually it was right the way you imagined, or how was it?
I felt the gap after moving. So I
Oh,
think
really?
when,
Mm,
yeah, so when we are traveling here, when we are on business trip, even long-term business trip, everything is still different. Everyone is trying to be so supportive, and still they treat us as a guest here.
mm,
So we really don't feel a lot of like difficulties or challenges. But when we're moving here, we have to establish our own life, and no one can pamper us. No one can really treat us like as a guest or as a kid, because everyone has their own life here. They cannot really all the time taking care of us. I really felt the gap. The main thing was the language. Still, it's the language, because unfortunately, I'm not Japanese speaker. That was the main thing that happened. And because when we cannot understand the language, we cannot understand a part of the culture of the country that we are living in. So I admit it myself, although I'm trying to be very flexible, but still it's challenging. And then also, like the whole business culture is different in headquarters. Although I've been working with Mitsui for a while in Tehran office, but when I've been in headquarters, I felt like it's different in
mm,
headquarters. So also, again, it took me a while to understand because people have been working in bigger teams together. The business that they're doing here, although every business strategy starts from headquarters, but it's again different from the business that we do in local offices. So I could see like a lot of like differences, and yes, it's challenging, but I can say it's also valuable experience. So these gaps, or maybe the differences, or maybe sometimes the hurdles, I can see everything as a positive differences or challenges.
But what supported you at the time? Because a lot of changes might be stressful, right?
Business unit, mobility business unit, they provides more support than the basic support that Mitsui is providing. So we had one specific lady that is supporting overseas employees, answering to every questions, every concern. So it's really easy to overcome many challenges for daily life, day-to-day life. And then the third was that in mobility at that time in 2022, we were 8 of overseas employees. So they invited really big group of us from many different countries. I'm from Iran, two from Russia. We had two from Brazil, from Philippines, from Indonesia, from Chile, from Mexico. So it was really big group of foreigners. Foreigners, I mean overseas assignees together at the same time. So we were always there for each other to support each other. In addition to the support. So that makes us also stronger, I can say, to overcome everything together. And and the last thing is that I think we shouldn't be shy, although it's difficult. But if we face any challenges that we cannot overcome by ourselves, we have to ask for help. Maybe for some people, they cannot ask for help or they feel shy, although it happened to me too, because I was like, it's too much asking always, like my colleagues or asking my friends. But we have to ask sometimes, or at least not asking for help, but asking why I have to do this or why it's happening. Then we can find a solution around it. So it's always good to talk, not hiding the problems. Then then that would be easier, I think, for everyone. Again, communication. So
I see. So finding somebody who has same background or somebody who can talk freely and with the safety, like and
yes, it's
support.
so good to have that safety, psychological safety with
Mm-mm.
someone, to have a good mentor, to have a good support. Yes,
I
that's really
see.
important.
And during that time, so you were working on a vehicle-related project, right?
Exactly.
Global one. How was it?
It was good. It was interesting and good actually. I learned a lot. So my knowledge experiences were more limited for the local market that I have been working, but we could expand it. I could experience different markets. I could experience real investment projects and I could experience ringgit. Because in local offices, we really do not deal with ringgit process, but always headquarters takes care of it. So that was also very, very interesting experience for me. And yeah, that was really great. I'm so happy with those experiences. Doing like business development in different markets, taking care of the current businesses that we have in Mitsui in many different markets. The time difference, like with US, with Mexico and Japan, we are always kind of one day ahead. So that
Yeah.
was really interesting. Yes, I have learned a lot through that.
And then you started your business, Buddy, from 2024, last year, June. And how did it happen?
It again happened inside Mitsui from 2023. So, as I've been saying, we were a big group of 8 partners in mobility business unit. And because it was a big group, we could connect also to other overseas employees easier. And we were inviting them, talking to them. And then in 2023, with another lady from Indonesia, that we started everything together. We start talking about the common challenges that everyone is facing as foreigners here in Japan. And also inside Mitsui, there are some gaps between what we expect, what headquarters expects us, or the services that Mitsui is supporting us with. Although everything is so amazing, but still we could see some gaps. And we
Mhm.
felt that we have to talk about these things, but it's not that being demanding or complaining, no, not being negative, no. We just wanted to help with the whole process and with this whole diversity that Mitsui has started. So again, I'm saying that was a positive thing. We have to take everything positively, not complaining, because we have chose this path. It wasn't like a force that we have to do it. So we start talking to everyone in Mitsui headquarters. We learned that there are these common challenges. And then we were start thinking what can be the solution, not just
Mm.
taking the challenges, going and talk to people at the HR or somewhere else. No. After learning about common challenges, we tried to come up with some sort of solutions. And then with that friend, May, we start talking to the corporate HR who is managing the whole global mobility or Japan inbound team in Mitsui and with the general manager. And Mitsui is really open-minded company. I'm really grateful. And they were so supportive actually.
Mm.
They were listening to us with the challenges, and they were listening also to our ideas as solution, and they were adding more to that, or they were saying they can do something, they were asking us to do something for them. And
Mm.
then we got this idea from corporate HR, so why not to start the first employee resource group inside Mitsui from this initiative? And we were like, yes, that would be amazing. So we created a group, we call it Bond. It's coming from bonding, also bridging overseas network development, and it's now kind of arm of the HR, helping bridging the gap between Mitsui and overseas employees. We are working on, like, for example, some challenges that are related to workspace, about diversity and inclusion. We're holding
Mm.
some workshops, we're doing some networking events. Yes, this is what we do. And this is the start of having Buddy because we were active for supporting our own company and our own colleagues, both parties, both sides, both stakeholders. And then with May, we were thinking, so why not to take it outside Mitsui as a business? Because when Mitsui is facing such challenges with great support that they're providing, definitely there must be this challenge for other companies, and every challenge for I think foreigners is the same here in Japan. So that's how the
Mm.
story started.
Wow, I see. And can you actually explain a little bit more detail about your service?
Yes, about Buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, so right now, Buddy is it's a combination of digital tools and also hands-on support. And we have two users. The primary user is companies, HR and admin teams that they can use our services and our tools, especially to have to reduce their workload and to have like a centralized system for whole these, for example, relocation or support that they're providing to overseas employees or to the foreign talents that they want to have and hire from other countries. So it helps with the easier access to the information, creating the knowledge base, bridging the language barrier, and also a step-by-step guidance for every employee. So by this system, we can reduce the workload, we can improve the communication, we can increase the efficiency of the teamwork, and we can give more confidence and self-autonomy to the overseas employees by providing this digital tool. And for the hands-on services, there are many different services that are needed by foreigners. For example, if you don't speak the language, sometimes we need someone to go with us to bank or to Kyokusho, or we need more support for healthcare in Japan because it can be different. from our own country, or we need someone to teach us about both sides, how to be prepared for natural disasters in Japan, or finding house or place.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
We provide also those services. So we have that primary user as HR and admin of the companies, and then end user as a foreign employee that we are offering to the company.
Thanks for the explanation. And how did you name your service, Buddy? Is there any meaning?
Yes, so it's coming from a buddy. So everyone is moving to a new country. They need a buddy. That buddy can be their safe person, can help them with the step-by-step guidance, can show them how they should live here by explaining the culture, explaining the way actually to live here in Japan, and many more details. So that's why we said everyone needs a buddy. Let's just start with Buddy. And the original idea was providing just Buddy to new people when they need a buddy. And then we could just develop the whole idea. It's how it works with the startup.
And so you have been speaking with corporate HRs, right, for other clients. And then do you find any difficulties, or do you have any obstacles to expand your business?
Well, yes, it's a bit challenging because, first of all, again, I'm not Japanese speaker. And when I'm talking to the admin HR of the company, some of them, they request to have meetings in Japanese. That's one thing, but I have good support from Moon and also my own team that they're helping me like with the engineering and product design. So somehow we can overcome this. The other thing is that some traditional companies, they feel, I don't want to use the word trust, but they feel more comfortable when they can see also a Japanese person in the meeting room or involved in the project and business with me. They feel more comfortable. So that's another challenge because in my team, I don't have yet a Japanese team member. And the third one is working with the startups for Japanese companies. I think still it's not very normal. And it takes time for Japanese companies to work because basically Japanese companies are more conservative, I can say, than maybe other countries. And it's cultural more. So that's another thing that makes it a bit difficult maybe for Japanese companies to work with the startups.
It sounds like collaborating with the other members in Moon is a key for the success at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, the member of the Moon, how are they selected? Are they from Mitsui itself, or do they hire people from other outside of the company as well?
So Moon Creative Lab is a registered company. Although it's a venture studio of Mitsui, 100% a subsidiary of Mitsui, but it is an independent company at the same time. The headquarters is in Palo Alto, San Francisco, and the branch is in Tokyo, and I'm in the branch of Tokyo. So Moon has its own employees. They hires here in Tokyo. Moon hires in Palo Alto. And also there are some people from Mitsui that are seconded to Moon Creative Lab. Some of them are like myself, working on their own ventures, projects, and also we have in the management people and executives that we call them also Moon Creative Lab or C-suite. We have them from Mitsui, and some of them also are hired by Moon. And Moon, actually, another thing is very international, I can say diverse company. It's amazing in case of diversity. And the main language is English.
Really? That sounds like very exciting and stimulating environment working.
Yes.
I see.
Moon has been working right now for 7 years now. It's been running for 7 years. They have really good experience of helping startups. They are sharing those experiences. And also because we are at the very beginning, we don't have enough resources to create our own teams or for the investments or whatever. So we can ask to use resources at Moon that are like designers, engineers, and yes. So yeah, we can ask for those kind of helps, which is great actually. And yeah, and I'm using actually I'm having that support. And right now, the team that I have for expanding working on my platform, the engineers are from Moon. And also my product manager, he's from Moon and helping me with the whole design also of the platform that we have.
I see. So how about Moon in the United States? Do you have any connection or meetings together? What do you do together?
Yes, so part of C-suite, they are in the US. And also we have some colleagues there for business creation or other entrepreneur in residence there. Or Moon in Palo Alto, they are doing some in-house residency programs or whatever. So we are always connected. We always have a lot of meetings together. And for talking also to C-suite, we to connect it. We have to be connected to Palo Alto office. So yeah, we talk so often actually. And also to keep the company as one united system, we always have bi-weekly meetings, monthly meetings. So a lot of this kind of gatherings and occasions we have.
And what is your next challenge in your business?
So expanding the business, having more use cases and selling more to the companies and at the same time developing the platform. And the solutions that we can offer. And for that, I can learn through the process of having more use cases with different companies to offer the best solution that we can do. So, yeah, I think just selling more, having more use cases in Japan is the main challenge, I can say.
I see. Yes. So lastly, before wrapping up this meeting, I would like to ask Shota to ask other questions as well.
Maryam, thank you for sharing your amazing story before coming to Japan and after coming to Japan. I strongly feel empathy about your experience. It is because I run my company about 10 years. I sold this company to publicly listed company. After that, I came to the States about 2.5 years ago. It was very hard to have conversation with co-workers. It was very hard to make new bank account in the States. There was language barrier, as you know. So I respect your challenge. My question is, you try to provide Buddy. What's the most difficult point to provide this type of service for Japanese companies?
I think the main point is that the difference, there are two things I can say. The first one is the difference between how operation teams see these challenges and how their management see it. So operation team is dealing with a lot of difficulties and challenges, but maybe management cannot see as a challenge and they think it's in the scope of the work of the HR and admin team. So it's really like can be difficult for the admin team to manage these whole supports to the foreign employees, but it cannot be that much recognized by the management. The other side of it is that companies are great. I'm not really criticizing or I'm not saying negative, but they think about their own operation. And while they see they can just provide the services and it's enough in their opinion, they don't care is not a good word. They don't think about the employees' more challenges. And they think that would be enough. And then employees responsible for their daily life. So it's like that they don't see it as a necessary maybe service sometimes because they say, well, we provide this information maybe on PDF files, go and find it, or just it's your daily life here, go and figure out. So these are, I think, the main gaps that we are dealing with that. So we have to be careful how to also create this balance between the HR and admin teams, and also show them how they can make it easier process for themselves and then for their foreign talents.
So I work in very traditional company like you, like Mitsui, and Japanese HR system and American affiliate company HR system is completely separately. It's very different process, so it's very hard. But there is valuable for foreigners to participate in Japanese life to help this type of onboarding process, especially foreigners who want to work in Japan. It's important thing to make these type of onboarding process easier. So I'm very happy to help you something. I'm very fluent speaking in Japanese. My first language is Japanese. So yeah, but thank you for sharing your precious experience.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that's all from us. Do you have anything that you want to say to the audience, or any comments, please?
No, just thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so happy to talk to you. And yeah, if you need any support, you can reach out to us also, Buddy and me on LinkedIn,
Sounds
probably.
great. Yeah, sounds great. So we'll put Mariam's LinkedIn link on the profile of this video. So please click here and then be friend with Mariam.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mariam.
Bye.
Thank you.